Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. We're going to tackle some under eyes. My under eyes just suck. They just do. I'm 62, almost 63, so, I understand I'm going to have a little bit of it, but when springtime comes around, I'm allergic to pollen. So now it's a double fold. I'm all puffy, and I wake up in the morning, and so I want to show you kind of sort of what I've been doing I'm trying different things to see what works best for me. And right now, one that I'm using is working pretty well. So if you struggle with the puffiness, you get up in the morning, you have all these fine lines, let me show you something that I'm doing that seems to be helping. One of the first things I do in the morning is take one of these. This is like Claritin D, but it's a 24-hour pill, and that really does help me to stay, I don't know, so my nose doesn't stay stopped up all the time. And I just feel it. And then your eyes water. This really does help. And I take one a day. And it's a 24-hour. So then I'm not going to say that it's foolproof because my allergies are just that bad. But it does help with the puffiness. So the first thing I do in the morning is get my coffee. That makes everything feel better, right? It wakes me up. It gets me going. And I just have to have it. So, and I just took my Claritin D, so I'm done with that. So the next thing you got to do is skincare. Please do your skincare because it's not going to help you a hill of beans if you don't do your skincare, because this needs to penetrate. You need to let it stay on just a little bit before you just go right in and try to put anything on your face. So I do use Younique's. This is rose water. Love it. I've already sprayed my face with that. And then I have already added my serum. This is my Glowplexion serum. This is also by Younique. And then my day serum. My day cream. These two paired together just really moisten my skin. And I do let it kind of set I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I make up my bed or whatever. And then I come back. And then I start working on these old under eyes. Now that I have moisturized my face, I go get this. I keep this in the freezer. It's just a little roller for your eyes. And oh my goodness, does it feel so good. And I usually just try to go in one direction like this. Oh gosh, that feels good. And then you got to do the other eye. That, and just keep going until this absolutely is not cold anymore. And yes, I do it up and side down. This feels so good. It does. It's very, very good to do this in the morning because a lot of times you have a lot of fluid just sitting here and this kind of pushes it out. I do this every single day. I have to. And I know springtime's going to kick my butt. So I keep trying to come up with newer, greater things for my under eyes. And I want you to at least try to combat it too. Because it is hard getting up in the morning and you go, how am I going to put makeup on, with this puffiness and my sinuses? So I always make sure I take the Claritin D first. And then come and do this. Oh, that feels so good. Now, the other thing that I do that I think is so important, these are eye pads. These are Younique's eye pads. I love these things. They're like golden goodness on your face. I keep them in the refrigerator. Don't put them in the freezer. You may not be able to get them apart, But it comes like this. It has a little bitty spatula that you can use to kind of get them out. But take the top off. And they are actually in here. There are two pairs. You put one on each eye. And I want to say there's like 30 pairs in here. I believe that's right. But they have that little spatula thing. I just put my hands in there, girl. It's my hands. It's me every day doing this. So if everybody else was putting their hands in the jar, I might use that other thing. But it's just me. And I love these. And if you keep them in the refrigerator, you put these on and it's like, oh my goodness, that feels so good. And it has caffeine in it. It really does help to, and I'll put some of the ingredients down here for you. So I really think these are one of the best things that I do every day. and you're going to let it dry. So you have to work this into your routine in the morning. So keep that in mind too, because I do wear them for about 30 minutes. I leave them on until they dry, and then I take them off. Okay, so now I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm getting my caffeine here, and I'm also getting my caffeine from my body at the same time. These are about ready to take off. I can already feel they have really adhered to my skin, which is good. That means I've gotten all the goodness out of these, because they are kind of slippery when you first put them on. But once they dry, you can, you can move your head all kinds of ways, and they're not going to slip and slide on you anymore. And so it does have caffeine in it, and this has caffeine in it. So I'm getting my doubles today, like I said. All right, let's take these off. Oh, that feels so good. And all you do is throw these away. Put them in the trash. And then I usually just kind of take my fingers, because there's still some, liquidy kind of feeling there. And I just kind of smooth it out and press underneath and press outward. That way, you could come back and use your roller if you want to. If you're not a person who doesn't like to use their fingers, you could use your little ice roller and go over it again like this. That's just up to you. That's just an option for you. The next two products are the Dynamic Duo that I used, and it works so well that I have to have these two products every single day. The first thing that I put on is Younique's new eye cream with caffeine in it. Good Lord, I'm going to have all kind of caffeine today. This is ceramic, but what you do is you push it up and see if you can get the product. It comes out right there like that. And then I'll just come and put it right on my eye there. And then I make another little bitty one like that and do the same thing. Now you can use your fingers to do this with. Kind of start smoothing it out. But this is ceramic, so it's cooling effect. I love that. And just go back and forth, pushing this into your skin. Now, this is a process. It's not like I do this at night too. So it's not like it's something like super quick. It is a process. So I make sure that I get up in enough time, like when I was working. I'm retired now. Yeah. And I swear I'm so fun. I feel so much better. Let me just say that. My anxiety has really gone down. And that's what was really getting to me. But as far as ingredients goes on this, I'll list everything below here so you can see it on the screen and you'll understand what are the best features of that product. Then the other product, I will do the same thing. I've got to let this absorb before I apply this other one over this one. Yeah. All right, my next product is Dew Effect. I love this product. I've been using it for a while, and I have to have this every single day. This plumps up all the little fine lines that we have. Oh my goodness. I pair these two together. They are my dynamic duo together. That's exactly what I do. I do this one first, and then I come back and add the Dew Effect. Now the Dew Effect, it's like a gel. I'll put all kind of information down here for you, but it's kind of shaped the same. It does the same thing, but it's not, it's clear. So I dab it here, I dab it here. This is where all my little fine lines are, right there. And if you're like me and you look at your under eyes and you go, okay, when you pull this out, like you pull your skin, you can see all those lines. And that's exactly where most of the product is going to settle, and you're not going to like it. And so that's the reason I use these two products together. And I do kind of go back and forth with it, get it really mixed in together in my skin. And then I just leave it. And I go and I get dressed or whatever I'm going to do. Maybe do some cleaning in the house. I do love to let this sit both together for like 15 minutes. And then I come back and then we do my face. Okay, this is all set. I can touch it now and it's not tacky or sticky or anything. It just feels so good. Now, if you need to do some color correcting, you can use something like this. This is like a NYX product, I believe it is. And it's called Fix Stick. And it's kind of a peachy color. Only use the peachy color if you have a lot of like purplish, which I do have a little bit of purple here when I hold my head down. So if you wanted to, you could just take a little bit of this and pop it right there, just to counteract that darkness. And see, mine are not in the same darn places either. I have to come up a little higher over here to do that. So don't spend a whole lot of money. Just go out and get this. I think Pixie, the brand Pixie, they have a little thing in a brown container. And it's the same thing. I mean, it's this color. So go and look at them. I mean, I have a lot of them you can see back here. A lot of different ones. It's just whatever I look like when I get up in the morning. So let me talk about, I did use these. They're done. But let me talk about this. Now, I'm going to take my fingers and kind of blend this in just a tad. Fingers sometimes are your best asset to do this with. And if you want to kind of let that settle, then let it settle. I'm going to grab, I'm still trying to decide which one I want to show you. So, let me think a second. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of this Prime and Set Mist by Younique. This is out of stock right now. Wonder why. It's a good product. And I'm just going to spray it on my finger. And I'm using my ring fingers because that's the ring finger is the least amount of pressure. So just tap some of this through here. Use what you got. If you've got different brand, then you do you, okay? All you're doing is putting a nice little barrier between your makeup and your skin. And yes, you need to let this adhere just for about a minute, okay? And then you can go on and continue to put what we're going to use today. Now, let me show you while this is settling. I have been using this. Now, this is not a concealer, but I really love the way it looks. And I've been doing this for like the last week and a half, okay? This is the Bare You, it's a BB cream. It's a tinted moisturizer, pretty much. And I like that. And it has an SPF of 30. So this is what I've been doing. I've been using this BB cream in the place of my concealer. I got all these concealers. And let me just say, it doesn't matter if you've got some fine lines and wrinkles. You're going to have, I don't care what kind you use. You're going to have some settling. That's just the way it is. Now, this particular product, since it's so very moisturizing and it's very, very light, it looks so good under your under eyes. So let me let this settle for about another minute. And then we're going to add this. Alrighty, here we go. This is what we're going to use. And I'm going to show you, don't use much of it, okay? I'm going to do one eye so you can see the difference. But this is just an airless little pump. You don't need much of this, okay? But it is a tinted moisturizer, pretty much. And it's BB cream. But put just a dab here and a dab there. And then, see, I really have too much. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side because what I like for it to do is kind of sit on my skin for a few, a second or two to warm up. And then I'm going to put just a tad right here where I put that corrector, okay? Let's add a little more here because that looks like I have it. Okay, that looks good. Take whatever's left and wipe it off on your paper towel or rag, whatever you have there. And let it warm up. I don't know, you count to 30 if you want to. I'm not going to really wait on it today. Now, you can use your fingers or you can use a brush. I love this one. This one's Angie's 506, I believe. A506. Love this. And this was made just for what we're about to use it for. Take your end, and I really just start kind of dabbing. Being real. Don't be poking yourself. Now, just do it really lightly. And you can always come back and add hang on. I get enthralled in looking at it because how much it brightens. But you can always come back and add more if you want to. you know, if you feel like you need a little bit more. But this stays so pretty all day. And it doesn't really settle into your fine lines, or it hasn't mine, doing all the things that I do to get this to look right. So let's do this side. But by all means, if you want to use your fingers, you definitely can. I just like the way this gets right up underneath my lashes. And you can kind of blend it out. I like the edge of it, how it's shaped. And it just looks good when you're done. And yes, you can always come back and use your fingers to kind of press it in anywhere that you see that you need. Now, my eyes are not perfect. They ain't going to be perfect. But that looks so much better. Now, I just kind of leave it and let it kind of adhere to my skin and dry just a little bit. And then whatever's left, if there's anything left, maybe settling, then I take this, the end of this, and just kind of sweep through it. All right, let's look at it. I'm going to get my magnification mirror and look. And the only place I see where it might be settling is right here. Turn this like this and go right up underneath your lashes. And just do it lightly. This is very soft brush, so it's not going to stick you. I've had brushes that did that. So, there we go. Very little effort on that part, isn't it? Now I am going to grab me some Tarte, and you're going to hear some thunder because it is thundering here. Unfortunately, it's just that way today. I think I will use, I'm going to use a brush for this. Just a small little brush. Here's one. Let's use this one. This one is BK Beauty's 202. Yes. I was right. I have my brain working. Now, this is the Tarte. I love it. And you can get this at Ulta. And what I like to do is just barely put a little powder here. Just a little. Yeah, it's a process to do this. But I'm walking you through it, so it takes longer to do, you know, to tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it. But once you start doing this for yourself, your eyes are different from mine. So just learn to compensate and try new things. And you will find the perfect technique for you. Let me look real quick. That looks so good. It's not perfect, but it looks better. Okay? Thanks for hanging out with me. Please like and share and click that notification bell. I am here on Sundays only, and I love it when you come and hang out with me. And if you find this of value, please put something in the comments that you would love for me to do, or maybe comment on this video. All right, I will see y'all next Sunday. See you later.